thanks for coming, but first off, I'm so sorry about the set, Allara. Guys, you said it'd be better than this. Here. Look. Now, obviously, you're a musician. Now, what was it that made you want to get into, creating music?
Honestly, music was something that I felt like I didn't really have to work hard to do until I realised that it was really hard work.
So is it one of those things you're like, that sounds easy and fun, and then you fell in love with it, and then you're like, oh God, it's way harder than I thought it would be? It's really hard,
but it's like the good kind of hard work that doesn't make you want to do bad things to yourself.
How do you feel you give to people through it? Like, obviously there's your lyrics, or that might be the sounds, or it might be performing. What is it for you?
For me, it's the stories and, like sharing a little bit of like the part of my vulnerable self that I get to share with people that often in life, like it has been, in my experience, very like, just like, how's the weather? Yeah, how are you? Yeah, good. No, yeah,
so
what's
like
going on?
Vinny, kind of
Very,
high
like,
level.
Just not really very deep, but whenever I'm like at a party or like at a bar, wherever, I don't just go to bars and parties, like I go other places too.
But mainly bars and parties.
But mainly just my bedroom in the last 6 months.
Yeah, I know, right?
But I like just getting straight to the point. Like I go straight in for the D&M. I go straight in for the like, what's the meaning of life? Where do you go after you die? Like what?
I've actually got those answers.
Do you?
No, I'm really scared. No, you just die, don't you?
You're just dead.
You're just dead.
That's it.
So was there a song that made you want to tell stories? Like do you remember a moment where it went from just music's fun, or no, it's about telling stories?
Well, yeah, I guess it's kind of my story is a bit of a weird one because I played bass for a really long time before I played or wrote music for myself to play and share, like from my perspective, from my solo like artist kind of songwriter. Because I played bass in like so many bands. Like I played with Uncle Archie Roach, like I played with all these amazing people. So cool. It was so cool. He's so beautiful. And I met some amazing people along that journey. But what hit me was one day when I was still playing session bass, like in a lot of different bands and stuff. But one day my band said to me, do you want to do this Australia Day gig with us at this Australia Day festival? And I was like, no.
I have to say it.
I don't want to have this conversation, and I don't want to do the gig. And I don't want to say, yeah, it's cool for you guys to go and do the gig. I don't want to be a part of this at all. And that was a real turning point of like, I want to be in a position where I can not be in that position.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Like culturally safe, like for people to understand what's okay and what's not okay. And so, yeah, I just wanted to play with other black fellas who I felt like I could really connect with.
It's one of those things. I have so many crappy conversations around the 26th of January, and you lose. Don't you find like the older you get, the more confident in yourself you become, and the stronger you become in your own Aboriginality, the more ruthless you are around, just going, sorry, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, done. And block and delete.
Yeah, block, delete, never call, don't even look, hopefully don't breathe. But back to you. Sorry, I just had to rant then. That made me frustrated.
It's true. It's really annoying.
You can breathe. It's all right.
You can
breathe, but go away.
Breathe, but don't breathe near me.
Yeah. Don't breathe my air. Yeah.
Don't breathe on my country.
Yeah.
No,
So that's
jokes.
go away.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough of that.
Do you ever find, because it's so complex, and I suppose, for white fellas, it can be really hard for them to understand all the nuance and all the levels and then all the different, cultural respects that you have to go through when you're, doing art, especially Aboriginal art. Do you ever find that it hamstrings you? Like there's stuff that you really want to do, but then you're like, I probably can't.
Yeah, I mean, definitely like a lot of the working and writing in language is like there's got to be a lot of time to work on that because yeah, I don't speak fluent Yorta Yorta, and so when I'm writing in language, that it's a long process of like collaboration and consultation. So I work, I get a lot of advice and mentorship from Arnie Lou Bennett as well. So she's amazing, and so she kind of says, oh, you might want to think about it like this or consider this thing, and then I'll go away and think about it and have a go and go back to her, and she might be like, oh yeah, that's great. Have you tried saying it like this? And with our languages as well, like a lot of Aboriginal languages are quite the opposite of how English is. So it's not like I'm going to go to
I like your white voice.
the river over there and eat a sandwich and a lamington.
White as lamingtons are, like fucking yum though.
They are delicious, but more along the lines of like putting you're always last. Like it's not about you. Like in our languages and in our culture, like we're always last. So it might be like the country. That's like when country is well, then we're well.
Yeah.
When we look after our family, then and then we look after ourselves.
Yeah.
So I think really strong cultural values that through our languages and through our connection to country has stayed with us even through genocide and assimilation and all of the horrible things that have happened here. So I think that they're still really strong values, and it's been really clear in learning to speak and write from the Yorta Yorta perspective.
Yep.
It's really cool how it's like the opposite to English, and I try and bring that with me into English.
Now, I guess if I was to describe your music, I wouldn't call it, slinky pop.
Or spicy jazz.
Look, they don't come to mind.
Or slippery.
Yes. Yeah, it's just slippery. I can't think of it. What would you put slippery in front of?
Slippery saxophone. Sorry.
But I guess, your music is, it's quite, moving. I'm, paper thin. I'm shallow. I love pop. Is there a space for pop in your world? What's your guilty pop
totally.
pleasure?
I love a bit of pop. You know G Flip?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're into G Flip?
Well, she's one of my good mates that I went to uni with.
No way.
I used to live with her, and I love the pop that she's making.
All right.
I love it so much.
Because
she's like before she did any of her gigs, before she like released any of her solo music, like I remember her saying to me, I just want to make people dance and really happy and do all the fun things. And I was like, yeah, man, do it. You do it. And I'm going to try and revive my culture and songlines over here. But yeah,
hey, but you go have your fun. Yeah.
I love her. I love her music. And yeah, I get into her stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Hey, I think we might leave it there.
Sweet.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for sharing.
Absolute pleasure to look at you in your orange shirt.
Yeah, I mean...
Is that bleach? Did you buy it like that, or did you? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'm a poser. Like I told you, I'm full of shit.
Because my cousin's a painter, and he's always in like paint-covered clothes.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, you're an artist, man. You're an artist.
I'm just doing the best I can with what I've got. You know?
Mate, we all are.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Thanks so much for having me.
Pleasure.
It's been a good ride.
I hope so. We're done here, I think.